Hey, my festive cats and kittens, it's Erica. Welcome to my studio. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Today we're making some jewelry, and I will be using some previous pours. I'm going to be using some trees and stars from a pour I did for my holiday hanging mobiles video, and then I'm also going to be using some cabochons I made from my adorable cabochons video. So if you haven't checked those out, you should definitely watch those. I'm starting with the tree. I'm applying some rhinestones using UV resin, and I'm applying them in a diagonal pattern to sort of mimic lights or ornaments, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. This ends up becoming a pin. I do make pins and earrings out of different items I've poured. So this pin is going to get a bow at the top, and this pin will have matching earrings. You could definitely make it into a pendant instead. You would just need to attach a bail or drill a hole for a jump ring, something like that. But I'm using smaller trees for the earrings, and I did put the rhinestones in a slightly different pattern. And on these, instead of putting a bow at the top, I am using a gold rhinestone. I kind of wish I had rhinestone stars. I don't. I think I'm going to get some because I think that would have been really cute here. And I'm just using silver jump rings and silver earring wires. These are available at pretty much any craft store, online, or Joann. They're available on Amazon as well. Now for these stars, I think I'm going to be using a bow. You can see I made one item up in the left-hand corner. And these don't really scream holiday to me, but they are festive. So I think they work for holiday and other times as well. And then I am using my other star that I poured with some gorgeous light blue glitter. I'm going to be using black bows on this pin and matching earrings. So back to the navy blue stars, I put a nude colored bow in the center of it, and I decided to use flatback pearls on each of the star tips. And again, I'm just attaching all of these 3D extras with UV resin. I do give it a flash cure on my lamp, and then later on I give it a full cure. So these are earrings my oldest daughter requested, and I definitely wanted them to have a solid pink background. I tried several things and landed on pink paint, which I then covered with UV resin. And you'll see the end result a little bit later on those. These are some square cabochons I made using clay slices, and I'm going to make these into diamond shaped earrings. So I do use silver gel paint from Madam Glam, which is technically for nails, but I use it on a lot of other things as well. It's great for crafting. Now, I want to put some seed beads above this, but I don't want to increase the length of these very much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an eye hook pin, and this way I can attach it directly to the back of the cabochon with that UV resin, and I go ahead and open up the top eye hook to slide some seed beads down on it, and then I attach the earring wire directly to the eye hook. So it makes it a little bit shorter. These are sort of on the larger side as it is. I didn't want to make them too long. And I do end up taking about a week and a half to pick which colors I want to use.
6.5 hours later.
And it's actually really simple. The hardest part about this is making sure the eye hook is facing the correct way when you attach it with the UV resin so that it hangs properly. And I just want to take a second to thank all of my subscribers, current and new. I have just hit over 300 subscribers, which I know isn't a big deal for a lot of people, but it is for me. Thank you so very much. You can see that I do put these on jewelry display cards. I actually use some for myself, but I do this so that I have them ready to give as gifts. I don't currently have a website. I do want to get my Etsy store up and running soon so that I can make sales, but for now, I just give them as gifts. So in this one, you can see I'm using these little charms that look a little bit like ornaments, I thought. So this one, I don't actually show the last half of making them. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I lost the footage or if I deleted it. Probably boneheaded it and just didn't press record, honestly. But I do make these dangling earrings, but the dangles come directly from the posts. So kind of a different technique than I've used before. I will show you pictures at the end so that you can kind of get the idea of what I did. So I'm about to use what might be the coolest tool for jewelry I've ever seen. This makes loops for you. So on these, I need to have a double-ended eye hook on the pin, and it only comes with one. I'm garbage at making loops. They just look terrible. So essentially, you find the spot you want the loop to be at, you thread it in like so, and when you find the spot, you squeeze. It pops the end of the eye pin off and makes the loop perfectly. Like done, it's done. This is the coolest thing. Highly recommend this tool. And so I continue on here, and that allows me to hook one end onto the little ornament charm and the other end on to the earring post. And here are some ending shots of the jewelry I created. I really like a lot of these. Several of them could be used for other times of the year than just the holidays, so I like that as well. But I really like making jewelry. This is actually one of my favorite things to do, so you will definitely see more of that. And if there's anything you want to see more in-depth tutorials on, please let me know in the comments, and please also just let me know what you think. I'm curious to hear your opinions and your thoughts. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Thanks so much for watching. Stay festive, cats and kittens, and I'll see you soon.